Walage guarde na osua. That is the Karen language, and the translation is, "Good morning, everyone. How are you?" Let me tell you a story. I was scared to death, like literally scared to death. What had I been thinking? What did I get myself into? These were my thoughts as I left for Sunshine Orchard Learning Center in Thailand. As I got to my gate inside of the airport, I was very overwhelmed and I felt very alone. But then I heard my name, and as I turned around, I found a friend of mine standing there. I was not expecting to see anybody that I recognized. And as we looked at our tickets, we discovered we were on the same flight. And more amazingly than that, we were sitting in the same row. Now, neither of us had had any kind of communication before this to even know that the other person was flying that day. So I definitely knew it was a miracle. And I was encouraged that even though I was very afraid, I could trust that God had a plan for me in this. So today I'd like to share with you guys about Sunshine Orchard Learning Center, the school that I had the privilege of teaching English at for more than a year. I hope that this speech will inspire each of you to visit a foreign country at some point in your life if you have not already, and maybe even to teach English, because it really helps to put a different perspective on your life, and it helps you to see how blessed we are here in the US. And it also helps you to look outside of yourself and what you need, to look to the needs of others around you. I have found in my experience that true happiness in life is not found from taking, but from giving. My main points this morning will be number 1, how Sunshine Orchard began. Number 2, the Karen people. Number 3, the children's home. And number 4, the school. Let's get started. So how did Sunshine Orchard begin? Paul and Lena Adams moved to Thailand in 2008 with their 4 kids, and they started the school in 2009 on the banks of the Moi River, which is just across the river from Burma. They started the school with around 120 students, and they still run it today. Moving on to point number 2, the Karen people. They are refugees that are in Thailand from Burma. Some of them still live in Burma, but a lot of them have moved over to Thailand to avoid the civil war and the unrest that is in their country right now. They typically live in bamboo huts or wooden houses, and they eat rice for pretty much every meal. Many of them live in refugee camps where the conditions are far less than ideal and are often overcrowded. So the school is for Karen children. That's why I'm telling you about the Karen people. Let's review really quick. Number 1, how did it start? Paul and Lena Adams began the school in 2009 with around 120 students on the banks of the Moi River. Point number 2, the Karen people. They're refugees in Thailand from Burma who were pushed out of their country due to civil war. Now point number 3, the children's home. The children's home wasn't really planned when they started the learning center, but villagers began to bring unwanted or malnourished children to the Adams, and they didn't know what else to do besides keep them and raise them themselves. At the most, they've had 40 kids in their home, but right now they only have 17. So let's review once again. Number 1, how did it start? Paul and Lena Adams started the school in 2009 on the banks of the Moi River with around 120 students. Number 2, the Karen people. They're refugees in Thailand from Burma who were pushed out of their country due to civil war. And point number 3, the children's home, which was started when villagers brought unwanted or malnourished children to the Adams. And now for our last point, the school. The school currently has over 250 students, kindergarten through 12th grade, and about ages 6 to 22. They teach English, Thai, Burmese, math, and science. In conclusion, let's review quickly the 4 main points. Number 1, how it started. Paul and Lena Adams started the school in 2009 on the banks of the Moi River with around 120 students. Point number 2, the Karen people. They are refugees in Thailand from Burma who were pushed out of their country due to civil war. Point number 3, the children's home. This started when villagers brought malnourished and unwanted children to the Adams. And point number 5, the school, which has over 250 students, kindergarten through 12th grade, and ages 6 to 22. To finish off, I'd like to share with you a song in the Karen language and also in English. Some of you may recognize it. Yeshuaya, Yathinya, Lisa Shuni Tebaya, Mea Puya Lathwi, Daya Geaponeli, Yeshuaya, 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 Lisa Shui Tebaya. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to